Female, and I was around 20 when this happened. I was in college and renting a house in a suburban area near my campus. There was a large tree in the front yard that obscured the house in privacy, which I liked. I had a roommate named Rose. We didn't get along at first, but after some casual chats, we grew quite close. Our neighbor was a grumpy-looking old man who spent most of his time on his front porch waving around a shotgun and feeding treats to his dog. He was a veteran who occasionally had friends over to loudly discuss events that took place in the Vietnam War. Rose thought he was creepy and would joke about him being a serial killer. I entertained her teasing, but in truth, I didn't think the man was creepy at all. In fact, I felt bad for him at times. Apart from the rare company, he was mostly isolated. One Friday, I woke up around 7 a.m. with no class to attend until Monday. The weather was nice, and I felt like going out, so I invited Rose to the mall. She agreed on the condition we shop at a new Best Buy first, because they had some new opening deals. We got ready and left the house by 10 a.m. before arriving on foot at the Best Buy 30 minutes later. It was relatively quiet, just another Best Buy stocked to the brim with electronics and nothing out of the ordinary. I trailed after Rose as she browsed around their deal section. There was nothing I was interested in at the store, and I was only tolerating the boring place because it was Rose's one condition to accompany me to the mall. While she wandered around a corner, I noticed a guy standing at the end of the main aisle, and he was staring at us while lurking behind boxes of kitchen appliances. When he caught me looking at him, he suddenly began reading something off the bare cardboard box in front of him. I felt uneasy, but not necessarily alarmed. Perhaps he was just looking for someone down the hall. By the time Rose was done in Best Buy, we were both starving and made our way to the mall. As soon as we got there, we headed to the food court and grabbed quick meals. All the while, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. In hindsight, of course, I was being watched. The place was packed with people after all. We finished eating and had fun shopping around for the remainder of the day. We only began heading back home around 6 p.m. Walking in growing darkness, I started feeling a bit on edge. For some reason, my mind went back to that weird guy at Best Buy. I didn't want to tell Rose about my unfounded concerns. They were likely nothing after all. At precisely 7:20, we got back home, and I felt unexplainable relief as the front door locked behind us. Later that night, I was woken up by a rustling sound that came from outside.